Hey guys, what is going on? So it's a little bit after Banquet and even a little bit of time after that. I initially recorded the gameplay and everything, but didn't get around to editing it and whatnot. So we're going to do a bit of rank up today. Before we get into the actual rank up, I'm going to start with using some Awakening gems. So firstly, we got Captain Bryn. Um, I will be uploading the weekly opening video, but again, that's also behind. I've just been so busy. Um, and in that, it's not too much of a spoiler because I didn't really have too much from the Banquet rewards to open. But I ended up getting two Mutant Awakening gems. Unfortunately, not the most ideal considering I already had three of them, so just kind of throwing them into champions. So obviously we had Captain Bryn right there. And in just a second, I will be, I think, putting it into one more person. Yep, we're putting it into Mcoc here. Um, Not the best decision. I wouldn't really recommend this to most people, but he's like a more limited time champion, and you could use his Awaken ability in the monthly event quest, even when you rotate him out. The two previous fights count for him. But yeah, next up we have my first rank 4 we're going to be doing in this video, which is Spider-Man Paviter Pavarkar. Um, I've been using him a little bit since then. He is a great champ, and I've kind of been learning the ins and outs of him. Um, but yeah, so just going to rank him up really quickly. So I think for this, I ended up using a, what did I end up using? Let's see. Okay. Contemplating this decision very hard. Okay. I ended up using the rank up gem. Um, yeah. He's a very good utility champ and everything. Love that he shuts down so many champs. Not the best defensive threat, unfortunately, but um, there's plenty of good defensive champions that I have. Plus, um, even though a champ isn't designed for defense or isn't that great at it like him, you could still randomly throw them on defense, and sometimes you might get lucky. Not always, but yeah. So here we're taking him to rank 3. I really hate this level up system where it doesn't take you all the way, but it is what it is. And then just contemplating if I want to use Catalyst or a rank up gem. I think here I used a rank up gem. Yeah, there we go. And he is officially rank 4. Just have to level him up very slowly with the gem or with the level up buttons that don't take you all the way to max level. There we go. And he is now rank 4. And then I did decide to use a Mystic Awakening gem on him. I'm not sure what the rollout situation is going to be with him, whether they're going to throw him into the Titan pool or not. I know some champs they have done that with, and some they haven't. Like, I know Cyclops went in there. Not sure if it was right after, but he eventually went in. Captain Bryn, on the other hand, hasn't been um, put in there, and his awakened ability is pretty solid as well. Shuts down Unstoppable and stuff, so inexorable as well, which is good for Serpent. And then the energy vulnerability. So next up, we are doing Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. Favorite of mine. I loved using him as a 5-star back when he originally came out. Such a good champion. Um, I don't think I ever ranked up to 6-star. It's because at that point he was kind of outdated, or by the time he came out, he was kind of less used and less valuable and everything. But yeah, so here we go, rank 2, level 35. And then over here, I come up after this rank up. I forget what I end up deciding to use. I think I used the rank up gem because it's running a bit low on tier 5 class catalyst. And then here I ran into a little bit of problem where I ran out of tech ISO. So, didn't expect that to happen. I was ranking up some five or ranks, no, 6-star champions the other day. So when I was doing the rank ups, I just ended up using all my ISO. So I had to do an impromptu crystal opening just to grab some ISO really quickly, which I did have just now. And now I'm just contemplating if I want to use a rank up catalyst or a rank up gem. I think here I use a rank up catalyst. Yep. Uh, and then let's take him to level 55. I think I ran out of ISO again, so I just ended up using the select all. But yeah, didn't expect to have ISO problems considering all the crystals I was popping in the past like 3 weeks and stuff with Banquet and everything, but it happens. It is what it is. There we go. And rank 4, level 55. And here we are also, if I recall correctly, we're gonna use a Awakening Gem out in Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. did use one of my generics. I was hoping one of the mutants that I got in the last crystal opening was a tech, but unfortunately our luck wasn't there. So we're using a generic. I had two of them anyway, so I feel content using them on him. Plus, there's no really other way to awaken him minus the CCP challenges, which I'm going to go for the new champs rather than the dupe on him, so that's fine. And then up next is a favorite of mine, which again, I've spoken about this before. I've pulled him a bit late into the cycle of 7 stars because he was around so early, but just ranking up Spider Ham right here. I think I only take him to rank 3 for now. I'll take him to rank 4 eventually, but I started getting a bit low on materials in the meantime. Tier 6 and Tier 6 basics, Tier 3 alphas. I think I started running low on the catalyst as well. Glory, Battlegrounds, I'm going to be popping a lot of or getting a lot of the lower materials now. Uh, Not going to get much of the tier 7 at the moment, considering I still have overflow of tier 7, but I don't have any tier 6 basics or tier 3 alpha, even tier 6 class catalyst. I'm low on a few classes. Uh, Coliseum that just came out is kind of helping with that because it does give full class catalysts, if I recall, plus a little bit of tier 6 basic, tier 3 alpha, even tier 4 alpha and stuff. So eventually tier 5, but that's down the line. Next up, we have Anti-Venom. He's always looked interesting to me, especially after his buff. I just never got around to polling him and then ranking him. So, and then now I know the last round of Alliance Coliseum, he was really good for it, considering he blocks the damage from regen, or he regens block damage. So if I don't know if that'll be sustainable for every Coliseum champ. I don't think it's that great for the solo Coliseum going on right now with Havoc. Actually, but that's more limited by tags and everything versus Alliance Coliseum. You could use anyone. But yeah, so I just want to be prepared. Maybe potential rank 4 option, but we'll see. Next, I went to the skill class. I was contemplating Black Panther Civil Warrior. Um, I think I will rank him up a little bit, maybe to rank 2, maybe to rank 3. But like I said, I've been running a bit low on the class or the basic catalyst at the moment. So before we get to him, which will probably be one of my next rank ups. Working on still Spidey. I was contemplating taking him to rank 4, but wasn't totally sold on him just yet. Uh, Here again, just kind of checking what catalysts I need and or if I plan on using any catalysts on anyone else that I have ranked up. And there's a few options, Bullseye, Elena, but ultimately not really stressing to rank them up. I think Bullseye will be really good in this upcoming Battleground meta, but I'm not super competitive in Battlegrounds. I just have a lot to do, and every time I do want to play it, I just never get around to it. But yeah, ultimately, I do decide to, I think, use Catalyst on it. Yep, there we go. Taking it to rank 3. And then I was also contemplating on using a Awakening Gem on him as well, because he is from the Platinum track as well. So again, not sure if he's going to be available to waken up readily. Uh, like I said, Cyclops was added. I don't remember if he was first cycle or second cycle after his Platinum track, but Captain Brand still isn't in there. So it's hard to say exactly. But yeah, let's go next rank up. So up next, I was looking at my mutants and I want to try out Weapon or X-23. She looks fairly solid and everything, but I'm not 100% sold on her. So over here, I'm going to take her to rank 2 and then kind of play with her a little bit and see how I like her and everything. If I do like her, I'll take her higher. Just we'll kind of play it by ear at the moment. There we go. Level 2, rank 2, level 35. Let's see what we have up next. Okay, so now we went to my Cosmic Champion. So I was doing a lot of contemplating here between Serpent, Cole, Medusa, even Gallon. I've been using him in Alliance War, and I really like him there. In the where you only fight one champion. Well, you only have to fight one champion, technically. I always end up fighting like 5 or 6, but it is what it is. Um, but ultimately, I decided for Cole Obsidian. He's a monster of a champion, and I just really enjoy using him. So it's kind of it's just fun just hitting people in the face like and killing them within like 20, 25 seconds. There's not many champs that rival his damage output, to be honest. But let's see who we got next. So Mutant, I was again contemplating here between basically Deadpool and Mr. Sinister. I do love Deadpool and everything, but I think he's kind of good where he's at versus Mr. Sinister. Um, because he's a bit more of a dual threat, I think he needs to rank up a little more just because you could throw him on defense, and then if people don't have the right counter, you might get lucky, you know? Even this, like I said, this next meta, it's Invade, I'm pretty sure. So he'll regen a lot of that block damage, if I recall correctly. So, and then, yeah, next up, I was contemplating on another Mystic champ just because my Mystic roster isn't that great. And I ended up going with Absorbing Man. I'm not the biggest Absorbing Man fan, but I don't doubt that he's a great champ or anything. I think I was also contemplating if I wanted to use what's it called, an Awakening gem on him, but I was out of Mute or Mystic Awakening gems, so I didn't want to use a generic on him. I'll awaken him eventually. Awakening gems are rolling out really quickly nowadays, so Just kind of waiting for the right moment. Plus, at the moment, I got a few Mystic champions I'm using my signature stones on anyways, so no rush with him really. But we are going to take him to rank 4. I think I end up using materials on him rather than the rank up gem. Here, I was like really starting to get low on them, so I'm like, oh, which one do I go with? And I was considering or contemplating if I had any other champions that I wanted to rank up. Ultimately, I went with the materials, and but I think there will be one more champion I choose to awaken, or I choose to rank up after this as well. Actually, I think there was 2 after this. Let's see. So here I ranked up my Ant-Man relic really quickly. And then I also ranked up my Iron Fist relic as well. Those I kind of just did uh, Iron Fist for what's his name? Iron Fist for Paviter. It's really good on him. And then Ant-Man relic for Spider-Woman. Unfortunately, there's no shot Spider-Ham gets it nowadays. Spider-Woman's just the better two-way champion all around. And then I also had I think it was Fantastic rank up gem, so I ended up level or ranking up Lizard, but I didn't level him yet. I haven't used him since then, and I don't know when I'll use him or anything. But yeah, and then here starts when we got the signature stone compensation. At first, I was just kind of checking my awakening gems if I wanted to use them on anyone, which couldn't really find anyone. Then we had these Tooth and Claw signature stones. Those are from Solo Coliseum. I only had completed the first milestone at that point. And then in terms of signature stones, I like going for the champions that you can't get out of other pools. So with this one, I ended up doing Deathless She-Hulk. And then, because the only way to dupe her is uh, you can't really. Then for my Cosmic Stones, there's a lot of champions I want to use them on, but I use them on Dark Phoenix. Mutant, same thing. I was using them on whichever champion was more limited, which I think ended up being Captain Bryn. I don't think she's in the basic pool just yet, and she's not in Titan pool either. So Mystic, I went with Paviter. Again, don't really have a way to get him at the moment. And then Spider-Man, I used my tech stones on. And then skill, I went with Kingpin. And then now we're rounding out, was that Dark Phoenix, Deathless She-Hulk. Hulkling took him to Sig 200. Again, no way to get Hulkling dupes or anything. Probably for the next like 10 months or so, so might as well rank him up. Same with Kingpin, gonna take him to Sig 200. Unfortunately, you could only do 125 at a time. Next up is Paviter. So with him, I didn't take him all the way again. I'm not sure if he's gonna be in the rollover pool when that happens. So I'm like, okay, let's take him up a bit, but not all the way. And then, so next up we have Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. But before that, I just wanted to see who was on the bottom to see what other characters I wanted to throw signature abilities into. There I rounded out anti-venom at an even number. And then here, added a few six to Maestro. Again, another limited time champion that you can't really add stones into. Um, but we're going to go back up to Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. It's right there. Kind of lost him because before he was on the right side, but then he got moved all the way to the left base after I ranked up my champions. And then after that, just rounding it out with a little bit of signatures between Captain Britain, Medusa, and Mr. Sinister. I lost the clip of ranking up Medusa, but I also took her to rank 4. And yeah, essentially, I think that'll do it for now. I do have these +5s and everything, but that kind of rounds out everything I wanted to do. I have some more tier 7 class catalyst materials, um, but I'm kind of running low on the tier 6 and tier 3, so we'll get there eventually. We are now at 27 rank 7s. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.